get more ice cream. 2 bowls was not enough. 2 bowls is never enough. My inner child wants to indulge. Would you believe it? Can you hear me better now? Check, 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 1, 2. Don't judge me. Yes, I eat it with a fork. It makes more sense. You just gotta open your mind to it. Try it. Try it for yourself. The proof is in the ice cream rather than the pudding. I'll be right back. I'm getting along just fine with a fork. Is it triggering you? I'll tell you right now, it's a lot more peaceful eating with a fork. Because if anybody tries to come by and steal your ice cream, you have a weapon. Nobody's gonna mess with you if you have a fork. What are you gonna do? Spoon them to death? At least if you have a fork, they're not gonna screw with your ice cream. It's a lot more peaceful. They're gonna fork around and find out. And the fork makes a better mixer if you want to mix it together and make it all creamy and whippy. Like whipped cream, you know? Funny you say that, Sky Viking. I went like hours ago to go get this ice cream. I'm sitting here and I'm like, what the hell's missing? There's something missing in my life. What the fuck is it? I'm like, I can't even believe I went to the store. I bought sugar. I bought chicken wings. I bought a couple things to go on some burgers. But I didn't bother to get munchies. Bag of chips or something, right? And then I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, but I got ice cream. So I went and I grabbed a bowl of ice cream. Came in, tried to start up the live. Didn't work. Because I got in touch with customer care and they said, why not try using another device? So that's what I did. Clearly it didn't work. And then I went on my phone, tried it again, and it went in this weird other mode. I don't even know exactly what it was. But chat wasn't on. It just was not working at all. So needless to say, I'll eat my ice cream with a fork if I want to. I forked around and I found out. It works better anyway. How's everybody doing? Why do you have to ask stupid questions, Socrates? The last time I shaved my beard clean was probably about, what, 15 years ago? And I don't think that'll ever happen again. The only time it's gonna happen is when I get cremated and it gets burnt the fuck off my face in the inferno. But that's not for another probably 50, 60 years. I'm not looking for a look. I look like a me. I'm not trying to look like anybody else. Why would I try to look like someone else? Why would I try to make myself and try to make myself look like someone else? It's dumb. I am who I am, and if you don't like it, don't look at me. You don't have to hide your unsubscribe. I'm here for the ones that want to hear what I have to say. Thank you, Sheila. The fact that anyone would want to try to live up to the likes of somebody else, I don't know. You should only live up to the likeness of who you are within yourself and come into alignment with that spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. I have a feeling they already have an app for that. It's in the makes anyway. Mama Remy, how's it going? Welcome in, Max. Welcome in, Sheila. Welcome in, Kitty Cat. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back to my tribe. Welcome in if you're new. Take a look at the description box. Dorothy. It's been raining in my game and it's pissing me off. I have a farming game on my PS4. And I've been expanding my fields, doing forestry and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah. I made just under $100,000. I wish it was real. And not only the bales, but the actual wheat, oat, and soybeans, too. I just wish it was real. The rainy season, that's when everything gets washed away, so maybe lean into it a little bit. Wash away what no longer serves you. That's when the rain is coming in. It's a good way to look at it anyway. Yeah, it was sunny yesterday, extremely hot. 35, I think it got up to. Yikes. And then it was like 26, 27 today. It felt more like 30, even with the wind. That's okay. I was sitting out in it. I got a little titty tan. A little bit of one. It's alright. That's what I wanted. I went and I laid out in the grass there the other day and I had to match it, so. No, I'm not gonna have a cigarette for each bowl of ice cream. Leave me alone. I hope you're all having a great night. Tonight we're gonna do a 1 to 5 collective mini read triple threat. That's what the plan was. So that's what we're gonna do here. What are you even doing here, Socrates? Well, with all that dumbass sunscreen everybody's putting on, it doesn't help at all. It just bakes the chemicals into your skin. You're better off with a long sleeve cotton hoodie that's light and airy that'll cover your skin. And there you go. I bring a hoodie to the beach when I go to the beach. So just in case I have to get out of the sun, I can at least put a hoodie on. Oh, Aiden, but you sweat like... So what? It's like a sauna. And the heat, let it into your back. It'll warm you right to your bones. Keep you warm right through the wintertime. You're better off with a white hoodie. But I'm crazy and I bring a black one. It's all good. And you can keep it open. You get the one that zips open. You can keep it open. Just put your back to the sun and you'll be alright. Alright, we got 16 in the chat. I guess it's a really whatever we want kind of live tonight, considering. Come on now, within reason. I'm trying not to mention it, but I might as well mention it. Like, if you're gonna order a reading on Hipsy, can you at least put a name in and not a bunch of letters like a dumbass? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're trying to prove. But if you can't even put your nickname that you use on YouTube, because that's mainly where it comes from, what the hell are you doing? Using your name that you use on YouTube to sign into Hipsy works perfectly amazing. You don't have to be a dumbass and just put a bunch of letters. Because what do I actually call you when we get into the live? It's an hour, a whole hour session. For I think the 26th. I have a feeling it's a dumbass at the other end. Thinking that they're just fucking around. I think what I might do is I might go live on YouTube. And go live on that. So that way whoever shows up, they're going to be on my live. They're going to be my special guest. Maybe that's what I'll do. They want to be famous, they're going to be famous. Whatever they're called. I think so. And apparently, if you order a reading and you don't show up for your own reading, apparently you don't get a refund. So, for people that want to play stupid games, I guess they're going to win stupid prizes. It's subscribers only, so if you're a subscriber, then you should be fine. 20 minutes or more. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Are we still good, kitty cat, for the 25th? Okay. I don't know what's going on. No one. I do have top messages. Probably because your name is no one. They're probably, like, kicking you out of the chat. Because I think the algorithm puts in actual names rather than just no one. I think it's time to become a someone. Even a nickname. It's probably because you're astral traveling, Sarah. There's the tip option through Hipsy. Considering you're already set up there. That's okay, Mama Remy. I haven't missed much. We're just shooting the shit right now. Hello, Brandy. Many messages. Triple threat, many messages. Very cool. Oh, we're all going through something there, Brandy. What's going on with you? I'm rubbing my feet behind my back. Just in case you're wondering. Alright, let's get to it. I'm hoping to stay out of the karmic energy this week. Okay? That's why I took another day off. Because it's like, what the actual hell? That last one kind of resonated with me specifically. Yeah, you don't trust anybody with your phone. Your phone is your own. Like, are you sure it's not off or dead in the side of a maybe couch cushion? Are you 100% sure somebody stole it and it's not in a cushion somewhere? Because we all know it's happened. I don't know why, but you might want to get in contact with your mother, because that seems a little suspicious. I have not a clue what to say to that. I'm sorry. Some people's children. That's all I got. Literally, that's all I got. I'm not even talking about your kids. Well, you might want to call the cops for that. Spirit. Guides, guards, protectors. Angels, ancestors. Divine light. Please be here to provide some assistance in tonight's triple threat. 1 to 5. Collective energy checking. Let any ill will, evil eye, ill intention sent my way be automatically sent back to sender, and let it be bound to them forevermore. Let any of the energy directed at me be transmuted into blessings of abundance, prosperity, courage, and healing. Not only for myself, but my supporters, my tribe, my collective. As above, so below, as within, so without, and so it is. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think I've ever had the card leave me speechless before. I can't even believe I have to share this. Because I have a feeling it's meant for people here. And what made it speechless was the fact that it confirmed everything that I'm going through. Pretty well laid it all out on the table. Basically telling me that I was I was right the whole fucking time. And people wonder why I chain smoke. It's because I would literally go absolutely fucking mad otherwise. I don't chain smoke all the time, I just chain smoke when I'm stressed. And when I'm trying not to snap. Major unbalanced energy here. Collective, somebody wants you fighting for your life. Somebody wants you begging. This message is not for everyone. No, I do not, Dorothy. If anything, I'll put witch hazel. It's not even a burn yet. But thank you. Nine of Swords. I'm gonna clarify all this, just for shits. Why not? You already went through it, Collective. But they want you to continue to go through it. They want you all up in your head. They want you trapped. But, Collective, the one thing Spirit wants me to talk about this card is the fact that you can go inward and be trapped, or you can go in and empower yourself to heal. Okay? You can use that time when you're all up in your head to empower yourself, to gain a better understanding and a compassion to every situation that you're dealing with and that you're facing. Don't only just see it from your perspective, see it outside of yourself. See it from their perspective, see it from somebody else's perspective, see it from a fly on the wall. Dissect whatever you're dealing with, dissect it to the atom if you have to understand it fully. You can do that within the own confines of your mind by opening yourself to the possibility of understanding. Ask your guides to help you through that. But you're only doing this to empower yourself, to understand, to see it from a different perspective, so that way you can learn, you can grow, you can evolve. That's what it's for. However, they want you to be all up in your head and all trapped and not being able to speak, not being able to put together what's been thrown at you. They don't want you making sense of it all. But unfortunately for them, you are. And they don't like it. So this is why they continue to come at you. Smiling in your face, laughing behind your back. But I get a feeling these people, you haven't seen their face in a long time. And you don't plan on seeing their face anytime soon. These people are already out of your life. These people are the people that you've cut off. And because you're stepping up into this King of Wands energy, standing on your intention, staying on your intention and moving forward with your intuition, protecting your interests, protecting your integrity, allowing your passions and your intuition to guide you, finding your wish fulfillment to the point where you don't need people to fill your cup. You're emotionally sufficient on your own, independently, emotionally fulfilled. Otherwise not needing anyone to fill a void. And this is why they want you looking different, feeling different, feeling left out. But the fact that you're feeling, solitude within this independence, it's interesting how they want you to feel left out in the cold and you're like craving your solitude. So I think Spirit is making it look one way to them, and it's totally different to you. It's almost like Spirit is saying, okay, they want you in solitude, they want you feeling left out. You're on a spiritual and psychological vacation. The divine has filled you with an unconditional love that you've never felt before. So to them, it's looking like you're being left out. To them, it's like you don't belong anywhere. But deep within you, it's like you found a new footing. It's like you found a new purpose and a new foundation, a new self-worth. This is your wish fulfillment. The lies that were told behind your back by this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Very selfish individual. Extremely. They're guilty of taking all of those love relationships you ever had and ruining them. Behind your back. Because she didn't ever find love, she didn't think you deserved it either. And I think this is a family member. She's always been talking shit about you. Because you always called her out on her shit. You always held her accountable. They didn't like that. Thank you. Thank you, B. Not only did they ruin your relationships, but they ruined your ability to love. By not showing up with a good example. By not ever pouring out into you the way you should have been. This could be a family member, this could be a ex-lover, very well could have been. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but they were very selfish. It's really picking up heavy on the selfish energy. Welcome in, honey. Collective, they didn't even want you to have you to have a cup to dump out. They wanted you to lose it in a ditch somewhere. They didn't even want you to love yourself, let alone anyone else. Why? Because apparently you couldn't love them for who they were. A selfish individual. Extremely selfish. There's a major tower happening. And if it's not happening, it's about to happen. Because you're standing on business. And there's some very, very bitter energy out there right now wanting you to miss out. On your courage and your ability to move forward and heal and find strength. Someone's extremely bitter. It could be someone. It could be more than one people, more than one person. And the reason why they're bitter is because you are finding your strength and you are finding your justice. And they don't like it. They can't stand it. They don't like it one bit. The lies, the deceit, the betrayal behind your back is astronomical. And this is why you're getting justice. The thing is, this tower, they wanted to create this tower for you. This tower was for you. But because you spoke up and you were committed, despite the fact that it put you in your emotions, despite the fact that it made you miss out on something extremely important to you, they didn't want you to meet your your departure. They didn't want you to meet up with your ship or your cruise ship. They didn't want you to meet up with those particular people that were going to support you in life. They're trying to make you miss out. And they kept you in this constant tower for so long. This tower changed your life, but it changed your life in such a dramatically transformative way that was totally unexpected. This tower was supposed to do you in and make you miss out. But you had already made a commitment to the divine. This is a very specific message for someone. And what you actually missed out on, collective, was this tower. You missed out on your demise. You missed out on living life in a ditch, along with your cup. Because the divine picked you up. There were major illusions thrown at you. They're supposed to get you in your emotions. It's supposed to rip you apart. It's supposed to tear you down. And again, the divine pulled through. Because you committed yourself to the divine. This is why the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. Anybody that comes up against you it gets transmuted. Anybody that comes up against you is facing the divine. Because that is who protects you. I'm talking to a high priestess. Or a high priest. I'm talking to somebody that's tapped in. And this is why they're trying to destroy you. Because not only did you receive their spiritual inheritance for taking it to a dark place, you even got upgrades on your own. Because you led with good intention. And the fact that you're a high priest or a high priestess, this is why they wanted you to fail. Because they didn't want you moving forward to this. The audacity that they had to think that they were going to dictate to you how you were going to live your life. The fact that they wanted you to fail. Meanwhile, you called them on their shit. And you've foreseen everything. Nothing was hidden from you, collective. All of the feelings that you got, all of the visions that you got, all the dreams that you had, for the person I'm talking to, they've all come to pass. Because the people that come up against you to try to keep you from doing this, from standing in your power, they're feeling like utter failures. Just like they wanted you to. Because of your past and the nostalgic aspect of the past, you went into the past to find out, was there actually any good memories? And unfortunately, you were sadly mistaken. There were a short few memories that were not betrayed. Everything else was a joke, a constant illusion, a constant beautiful nightmare. Because of the audacity of these people and their sense of control and entitlement over your life. Thinking they had a say in what you were going to do, who you were going to become, or who you weren't. Considering they wanted you in a ditch somewhere with a dead empty, scuffed up cup. The only times that you ever had any good memories is with the divine. When the divine was working in your life. These idiots, these selfish idiots, seen you pulling away, collective. They felt you pulling away. And then you had a rebirth. Because you realized who the fuck you are. And now you're standing on business. They literally breadcrumbed you. Made you work your ass off and then breadcrumbed you and gave you crumbs. Gave you scraps. They made you work and work and work and work and work and work and work. Gave you fuck all. Really. More like gave you a headache. This is where your non-satisfaction is. This is where you're having a hard time finding what you want because you don't know what you've had. Because it's been an illusion the whole time. It's been a casted illusion. It's been an ongoing joke. What Spirit's saying with a bunch of people. Thinking that they're having fun. Bringing you unsatisfaction. It's apparently their entertainment. But what they didn't anticipate is your awakening. They didn't anticipate you changing your mind, you opening your mind. They didn't want you empowering yourself. They didn't want you understanding what they were doing. They definitely didn't want you standing on business or standing in your power. Let alone heal. But when you made that commitment to the divine, that you realize that, you know what, the divine has the choice as to whether I live or die. Nothing and no one else has that choice or decision to make. I mean, there's certain people that are walking the earth right now that should be dead right now. They're walking a miracle. There's literally no reason with what they've gone through, with what they've been through. There's no reason for them to be alive. They have every reason and every right to just off themselves. For some of them. Because of what they've been through. But you know what? The divine chooses otherwise. And usually at those precipices of time is when the divine kicks in and says, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. And then they plant a miracle in your life. And they put you in an awakening that's priceless. You end up finding out the truth. Ultimately, it pisses you right the fuck off to the point where you want to go mad. But then it sets you free. And the madness melts away. But you just have to give the body a chance to alchemize it. They wanted you hung up, collective. They wanted you hung out to dry. But that's not what happened. They wanted absolutely everything that you were working on to fall apart. For you to not be successful. And instead, the divine made you shine. And if you're not shining yet, what are you waiting for? Standing in your authentic energy is the most powerful, more so than love. Because when you are in your authenticity, you are in alignment. Not only with who you are, but with your destiny. It's more so than love. And the reason why we say that the reason why they say that when you're in alignment, you already love yourself. You're already in alignment with love. You're already in alignment with loving others. You're already in alignment with understanding and compassion. The alignment with your destiny and with who you are in your authenticity is the highest potent frequency that you can be into. It is literally the epitome of the reason why we are here, to remember, to experience, to study, to learn, to know, to evolve. The great understanding. It all happens in the happening. And whether or not you learn that lesson and apply that lesson to your life will then bring you about the blessing of having that lesson. And 9 times out of 10, it's priceless. There is no amount of money that you can pay to get the benefit out of shadow work. Because without the shadow work, you have nothing. You can go to therapist after therapist after therapist. Some of you even blame certain therapists for the way that they practice. It's coming out that they're a fraud, let's say. It's not the therapist. It's the ideologies of the therapist. It is the ability to pull you out of your experience and put you somewhere else. They pluck you out of your position or perspective and put you in the perspective of the fly on the wall. It either brings about an understanding to you or it doesn't. And just think, certain people don't even go to therapy. Certain people don't even think that they need it. And certain people don't even realize that they are the therapy. They are the person that they are waiting for, that they've been waiting for the whole time. The moment you go within yourself and you actually understand your whole experience from a different perspective, it changes things. And for some of you, you pay a whole bunch of money to go pretty well every week. For them to put your brain in a pretzel, for what? Don't you do that enough already? This is the whole thing of me doing these little intuitive coachings. I'm not going in it as a therapist. I'm going in it with recognizing what your situation is. I'm adding a little bit of integrity to the mix. I'm adding a little bit of self-respect and self-love and compassion and forgiveness and understanding to the mix. To help you see it in a different light. Spirit, tell me more about the star. You gain the courage, collective, to take this Nine of Swords and turn it into a healing experience. And this is what helped you shine. It's confirmation. You took that particular ending that they were thinking that was going to happen and you turned it into a healing experience and had a rebirth. You literally flipped the tables upside down. You flipped the script. You stomped their fables. You transmuted absolutely every bit of it, and they're shook. They don't understand. They don't understand how you transmuted all their chaos. They can't wrap their head around it. The Hangman. Their lies revealed everything. They tried to make you look delusional. And collective, you make delusional look promising. You make delusional look like a thing to do. You make delusional look like a prerequisite to get through fucking trauma. You take delusional and you make it a hobby. That's what they want. They want you to look delusional and crazy. And you turn it into a healing experience. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Injustice. They tried to ruin absolutely everything that you built to bring about an injustice to you. They not only lied to you, but they lied to the people behind your back. They didn't think that you'd see this coming. They thought you were oblivious. I'm kind of getting that they thought you were actually stupid. They tried to make you look like a dark priestess. Somebody in the darkness, somebody that played with dark magic. They were trying to downplay you in order to destroy you. To bring literal unsatisfaction and betray you. Four of Cups. People coming in wanting to collaborate with you. Interested in collaborating with you. Only to lie to your face. That's what you were not satisfied with. With the Four Cups. Page of Pentacles. This bitch came in like they were supportive. That they were stable, that they knew what the hell they were talking about, but they really don't. Because all they did is breadcrumb you. They took advantage of you. When you were the Queen of Pentacles. Not them. They were the Queen of Pentacles reversed. You're the Queen of Pentacles right side up. And it's almost as if they tried to destiny swap with your blessings and your abundance. They thinking that because they were close to you that they could latch on you and siphon from you. All because you found your independence. All because you want to stand on your own 2 feet. Apparently you're not allowed. Apparently you should be begging. Desolate in a ditch somewhere. breadcrumbing you. The Ace of Swords. Huge awakening. You probably got some downloads. A connected to B, B connected to C, and before you knew it, everything fell into place. Not only did they try to destroy what you were building, but you rebirthed it. You brought it back that much more strong than what they tried to ruin and destroy. Again, you transmuted it. And you made it your rebirth. They wanted you helpless, they wanted you defenseless, they wanted you defeated. But you stood up for yourself. You stood 10 toes down, collective. You didn't allow them to dictate to you what the hell was going to go on. And I'm proud of you. You allowed this rebirth to awaken you. And you stood on business. Just like you should have. Because you're extremely talented. You're now independent. Working on your foundation. Collaborating with new people. Dispelling the lies. And they didn't see that coming. And here they're thinking that it's an injustice to them. That what they wanted as a destruction for you didn't happen. I almost want another bowl of ice cream. But I've only had 3. Six of Cups. I should just go get the whole tub and just eat it. Living on the edge. Only 3 max. Six of Cups. The nostalgia brought you back. Most of the connections that you had, that you ever poured your heart into, left you with sadness, collective. How are you supposed to love other people, and how are you supposed to love yourself? How are you supposed to even understand love, for that matter? How are you supposed to even know what love is if you've never been loved before? When you find out truly that nobody's ever actually truly fucking loved you. To bring you just so much sadness that you just be done with it. This is why the divine stepped in, collective. Because it helped you remember something special about life. It's not about the family that you come in with. It's not about the family that you're attached to. It's not even about the people that you associate within your life. It's representing and, like, literally representing, showing up, representing the magic that is within you. Stepping into your authenticity, stepping into your alignment. Changing the whole foundation on how you love, what you love, and who you love. It's not about who comes in and out of your life. It's the ones that actually stay and make a positive impact. That help you to see the better parts of you. They're not there to tear you down. They're not there to make you sad. They're not there to make you totally question absolutely everything. The hair fit? You allowed your intuition to guide you and you stood on it. You trusted it. You stood on business, collective. You made the vow so long ago. And you made that with your heart. You made that with the passion of your soul. Knowing that there was so much more than what you experienced. Knowing that you're not satisfied with what was provided for you. That you were supposed to have so much more. Have a good night, Gene. What's the moon? They were just fucking around with your new beginning. Casting illusions. Manipulating it. Trying to run amok. They didn't want you having this new beginning. You weren't supposed to have a new beginning. You were supposed to be dead in a ditch. Why aren't you listening? Go back in the corner. And stay there until you've learned your lesson. I don't know about you kids, but I'm 42 now. I don't need to be put in a corner. I don't know about you. Specifically when I'm fighting for my life. Casting illusions for what? To prove that the divine actually exists? To prove that you didn't stutter after all, collective? Collective, you were initiated. The Hierophant is clarifying the High Priestess. You are a force to be reckoned with, collective, and you don't even realize it. Maybe you do. Three of Wands, reversed. They wanted you to miss out on standing on your throne. Standing in your power, becoming the emperor. They didn't want you standing on a soapbox. They didn't want you having a voice. They didn't want you speaking up. They didn't want you in this leader position, collective. They wanted you missing out. Queen of Cups. They wanted your new beginning into bitterness, into a broken heart. They wanted you to take a leap of faith into bitterness. And probably snap out. That was their whole idea. They wanted to turn your world upside down. Wheel of Fortune. I can't make this up. Everything in divine timing, collective. Nothing more, nothing less. What they tried to take away from you, you had within you all along. With this tower that they had for you, they always wanted you strategizing. This tower was never supposed to end. And it's been downright exhausting trying to keep this tower going. To try to bring about your demise. They've been extremely sneaky. Trying to bring about this plan to bring you down. Trying to steal from you. Thinking that they were getting away with it. Bringing people in to be compassionate. And I get this feeling they want you to be compassionate with them. Strength card. You found the strength, but you didn't walk away. You alchemized it. You healed from the trauma. So they couldn't trigger you anymore. You found the strength. Justice. Your injustice was the ability to not be able to walk away, to not be able to go to calmer waters. That was your injustice. That you were always going to stay unsettled. That you were never going to find peace. You were always going to have to be strategic and always fighting for your life. And Spirit keeps saying it's exhausting trying to keep up to you. It's debilitating trying to bring you down. Because all the while they're trying to keep their hands clean, they're still trying to puppeteer you without you even realizing it. But you see it for what it is. They're thinking that by coming in and trying to breadcrumb you, they're going to be able to dump out your cup again. And now they're inspired to learn from you. They're trying to help you move in a new direction. And another thing, they tried to dump out your cup to make you feel worthless, so that way you would get in trouble. But that didn't work either. You, again, transmuted it and moved in a new direction. They clearly don't know who the hell they're messing with. This dumbass thinks that he's going to come in. He thinks he's going to come in. He thinks that he's going to get into your energy, and apparently he's coming in quick. Apparently he knows what he wants, but you're blocking this. You're shutting this down. I keep shuffling for the Queen of Pentacles and nothing keeps coming out. And we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And we have Eight of Wands on the top. There's a major blessing coming to you, collective, because of this selfish bitch. If I didn't have a fucking confirmation in all of my life, this would be the confirmation. Five of Pentacles, wanting you to feel left out. Okay? To the Five of Pentacles reversed. Finding a new foundation. Building a new life for yourself. Did I stutter? You're transmuting it, collective. Over and over and over. Here they're trying to make a monster and you're turning into a fucking warrior. And they can't do a damn thing about it. Everything they try to do to destroy you just levels you up even more. Every time it hits you, you level up even more. It's like playing a game of whack-a-mole, and the moles just keep getting more powerful. It's like going out and hunting and, let's say, killing a duck or a buck, let's say. And every time you get to the point where you're at the point of shooting and you shoot him, he just keeps getting more energetic and more full of life. And he just keeps getting bigger and stronger. It's like telling Mario that mushrooms are bad and then he goes and eats a super mushroom. They didn't want you to stand in your power, collective. They didn't want you to stand on this soapbox. They didn't want you taking this leader position. Because they knew that if you did, it would be over for them. As soon as you took that vow with the divine, that's all you needed. And you just need to affirm that. And they're trying to make this vow to the divine totally worthless. And then the divine is turning around and making it totally priceless. All at the same time. This is why they feel like absolute failures. This is why they're going absolute batshit crazy behind the scenes. Because absolutely everything they've done to destroy you is creating you. Is helping you rise. Yes, that cracking was brought to you by my back. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Apparently, this dumbass bitch is overwhelmed now. Seven of Cups, casting illusions, totally overwhelmed, doesn't know what the hell to do with herself because of what she's done. Thinking that she was clever, thinking that she knew what she was doing. Little did she know, all this breadcrumbing and lies and deception didn't get her anywhere. Nine of Cups. They didn't want your wish fulfillment to happen. They wanted you hung up. But you stood true to your perspective. You didn't allow them to gaslight you. And you moved towards your wish fulfillment. You stayed focused, collective. You were patient. You were persistent. You're steadfast with your view. And it brought you balance. Brought you to a new understanding. All of the bullshit that they had you all up in your head for was lies. It's deception. It's to make you feel worthless. But the divine prevailed. Told you all about it. All this was brought to bring you unbalance, out of balance, to keep you begging. To keep you begging and missing out on what was meant for you. And have you constantly looking at the past and regretting the past. Regretting everything you worked for. Only to break your heart and to shatter it. We're just going to wing it tonight, collective. I don't think I'm going to do the 1 to 5. Considering what's coming out with this. I was watching a reading from a reader earlier. I forget who it was, but they said something about you're going to get a confirmation as to find out who were the snakes. And that pretty well anybody that brought any type of confusion to you was a snake. It was a big, huge fucking game. And it was all based on lies. Thinking that you could take their karma for what they've done and what they feel guilty for. To have you constantly begging and take absolutely everything that was ever meant for you. And if they couldn't have it, at least to take it away from you. I'm getting a download from Spirit basically stating that these people wanted you at your demise and it became your rise. Which not only did it transmute confirmation. Not only did it transmute, but if they have not met their demise, they will soon. And me, myself, as selfish as they were, I don't wish this on them. All I wish on them is that they get what they deserve. Do unto others as you'd have done to yourself. This is why it's always better to bless people instead of hex people. This is why it's always better to bring joy and happiness to people's lives rather than hate, betrayal, and deceit. Because that what you bring to those around you, you also bring to yourself. And if this reading is not a confirmation of that, I officially do not know what is. These people that come up against you, collective, they do not stand a chance. There is no forgiveness for these people. For the injustice they brought into your life. If they are not going to be going to physical court, they will be going and they will be facing spiritual court. If they are not yet, they will be. These people don't even understand. They can't even wrap their head around what they're doing at this point. And I'm sensing purgatory. They know they're not coming back. But I don't think to the extent they don't understand where they're going. They think their life has been unfulfilled now. They have not even a clue. They not a clue. But people are going to find out very soon what they're doing. These are people all around the world being selfish to other people. They thinking that they're getting away with it. Apparently we're supposed to get our popcorn ready. Very powerful, eh? I agree, Macbeth. I agree. Thank you so much. Again, I find myself repeating myself over and over and over again. But you're standing in in your power, collective. You're standing on passion. You're standing on intention. When they want you unstable, they want you constantly giving into this dystopia. They want you constantly being strategic and being stolen from. But you're standing on your truth and you're speaking out. Which is bringing them huge unrest. Making them nervous. Exposing absolutely everything that's going on. All their lies, their deception, their illusions. Being inspired to be following your intuition. Making decisions that bend the senses and make them wonder how the hell are they finding out. Like, would you mess with this one? 2 swords in her hand with a blindfold on? Would you want to get anywhere near this person? The only way you're going to get near this person is with pure of heart. Pure intention. This one's acting on senses. No judgment. And they're all up in your head, up in their head about it. They're trapped because you're moving forward. Even through all of the illusion, and you're moving through it very, very quickly. They're overthinking who the hell they are, and who the hell they're talking to, and who the hell they're dealing with. The Knight of Wands knows exactly what he wants and goes and gets it. This one don't mess around. And they want you acting out of character. They want you looking unstable. But all this instability, you're healing it. You're not letting it go, you're healing it. You're transmuting it. And that's what's bringing this new beginning, collective. That's what's helping you release this betrayal. And it's literally turning their fucking worlds upside down. Because you're an earth angel. And you're protected by angels. And all these swords they snapped into your back. To sabotage everything that you were building. All the people that they brought in. You healed it. You transmuted it. You released it. You guarded your heart. They tried to turn a housewife into a hoe. It doesn't work that way. Because you found your independence. You found your footing, you found your stability. And you're planting seeds that are growing. And it's ruining absolutely everything that they're trying to do to you. Because you're moving forward with compassion. And this is why their whole idea of their new beginning is falling apart. Because now they feel defeated, just like they wanted for you. And now they're having no other choice but to go within themselves to find their own inner light. Just like you did. And that is where they will find the awakening. Just like you did. And they will celebrate, just like you did. Which will allow you to finally walk away. Because all they were trying to do is make you look self-sabotaging. To make you constantly juggling. And now that's what they're doing. All the while you stand on your throne. And you're casting judgment on their actions. On their lies, on their deception. On their devilish ways. They're obsessed. They can't walk away from this. They made a deal with the devil. And they lost everything. And if they haven't lost everything, they're going to. And I think because they lost everything, they're fighting. They're fighting with the people that they tried to collude against you now. Because they fucked around and found out the hard way. You turned your pain to power. You recognized who you are, collective. And now they're sad. Because they're an absolute, utter failure. To try to bring about a demise to you. This, if it hasn't already, it will be revealed to you very soon. There's a Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm picking up on a fire sign. They're the one that brought in this botched relationship to break your heart. And apparently, somebody wants to apologize. Because you're getting the Ten of Pentacles anyway. And now they want to come in and say sorry for getting wrapped up in it. It's kind of giving me the hitman fell in love with you. The one that was supposed to rip you apart and have you dead in a ditch fell in love with you. They ended up in a huge awakening just themselves. And they don't know how to come in and tell you. That you literally changed their life. I think that's it. That's all, collective. We will be back again tomorrow for another reading. Maybe a workshop Wednesday, depending on how I feel. So members, pay attention. If I be inspired, it'll happen during the day sometime. To my tribe, I love you lots. Thank you for being along with me here on this crazy ass journey. You make it worthwhile. I'll be on here tomorrow for another collective. Hopefully it'll be different energy. The Spirit says that they don't want to be speaking too much on the blessings right now because the karmics are still colluding. They want to make sure the karmics are cleared out, and they don't want to be doing all these beautiful blessings of saying what's coming in for you right off the bat because they don't want to give them any ammo. So this is why apparently we've been focusing a lot on the karmic energy, bringing it to light. So if you're not getting any blessings, there's still people around you. They might not be hindering you, but they be ops. There's something going on. So get around the people that get you, get around the people that support you, and stay focused. Bring up the vibration of your heart to a higher vibration, a higher frequency. Step into your manifestation, into your visualization of where you'd rather be. Bring that vibration of happiness and joy within yourself and let it emit outward. It's very difficult to do that without healing. So this is why shadow work is important, to empower yourself. But I guarantee you it's worth it. Stay true to yourself and your own authenticity. Live with a little dignity. Live with self-respect and integrity. It's worth it. What's going on, Christian? Lots of love to my tribe. A Sagittarius? Probably not. Sagittarius don't, they don't really like to commit all that much. They like to be free. Saggies, they don't like to be tied down. They like their freedom. If an Aries is going to be with a Sag, they damn well better be ready for adventure. Living very, very spontaneously. If they're on the same page, then fine. Things may work out. But if you're looking to lock somebody down, probably not. May the odds be ever in your favor. And on that note, kiddos, please be good to yourself. And if you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way, you can be good to others. And we can change the fucking world already. Because this is 2025. We need to be moving forward with compassion rather than lies and deception. Love and respect and understanding and forgiveness rather than hate and envy and betrayal. Pour into yourself. That way it'll raise your frequency to the point where you just pour into others automatically. Live your best life. Change the communities around you for the better. We need people to stand up. And we need people to start doing good things for the planet. We need a commitment on a ceasefire. Worldwide ceasefire. In the interest of humanity and peace on earth. If you got a problem with somebody, go duke it out in a ring. Leave everybody else out of it. People shouldn't be being put to death because some person's got her fucking panties in a knot. So this is why I say, if you can't be good at it, be good to yourself. Because at least you're pouring into yourself. Which, the more you pour into yourself, the more you'll pour into others later. Lean into it. And watch the miracles happen. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for my supporters, the donations tonight. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one.